there are days in history that carry a special weight. July 3rd is one of them. This date marks the loss of 8 unforgettable souls, voices and faces that shaped music, television, comedy, sports, and even the dawn of entertainment. Each left behind ripples of emotion, inspiration, and timeless influence. Tonight, we're not just revisiting how they left us, but celebrating how their lives continue to touch us today. If their legacies deserve to live on, please hit subscribe now and join me on Today They Left. Number 1, Jim Morrison, 1943-1971. He walked on stage like a lightning bolt, wild, unpredictable, poetic. Jim Morrison was more than the lead singer of The Doors. He was the voice of a restless generation. With haunting lyrics in Light My Fire and Riders on the Storm, he became a mirror of rebellion and longing. Yet behind the charisma was a man wrestling with fame and inner turmoil. On July 3rd, 1971, at just 27, he died in Paris, alone, leaving questions that still haunt us. But his words, they echo. His persona, still magnetic. Jim Morrison reminds us to feel deeply, and sometimes to burn bright before we fade. 2. Brian Jones, 1942-1969. Multi-instrumentalist, visionary musician. The original soul of the Rolling Stones, Brian Jones experimented with sitar, marimba, and musical texture that defined early rock's mood. Yet as the Stones rocketed, he stumbled, lost in the shadows of his own creation. On July 3rd, 1969, at age 27, his life ended tragically in his pool, cut short but never forgotten. His creativity shaped a legendary sound. His spirit lives on in every chord that dares to be curious and free. 3. Andy Griffith, 1926-2012. A gentle voice, a warm smile, a storyteller at heart. Andy Griffith gave us small-town wisdom on The Andy Griffith Show, and later, the thoughtful detective in Matlock. Born with Southern kindness, he became someone millions trusted, with every calm insight and fatherly laugh. He left us on July 3rd, 2012, at 86, but his legacy endures in every neighborhood, every moral tale, and every human connection. Andy taught us that goodness matters, on screen and off. 4. Jim Backus, 1913-1989. His voice was unmistakable, part stern authority, part sly grin. Jim Backus was Thurston Howell III on Gilligan's Island, and the beloved, bumbling Mr. Magoo. He had the comedic timing of a master, a gift for making us chuckle and smile effortlessly. On July 3rd, 1989, he passed at 76, but his characters still appear anytime nostalgia wants to laugh. Jim Backus reminds us that humor can be timeless and comforting. Number 5. Curly Joe DeRita, 1909-1993. He carried the torch of slapstick. Curly Joe was the final piece in the Three Stooges lineup, a fresh face in a legendary team. Born for laughter, he delivered the pies, the pratfalls, and the laughter lines that echo today. He left us on July 3rd, 1993 at 84, but his spirit lives in every shared smirk and comedic tumble, proof that laughter never grows old. 6. Noel Neill. She was the first Lois Lane for millions, courageous, curious, and hopeful. Noel Neill gave voice and spirit to the woman who chased Superman across comic pages and screens. Her performance fused strength and optimism, making Lois a beacon for girls everywhere. She departed on July 3rd, 2016 at 95. Her legacy? A reminder that belief and bravery come in many forms, sometimes wearing skirts. 7. Don Drysdale, 1936-1993. Fierce, and never backing down. Don Drysdale took the baseball mound with fire and grace. A Hall of Famer and Dodgers legend, he was the kind of player who dared his opponents and dazzled his fans. On July 3rd, 1993, at 56, he left the game behind. But his fastballs and fiery spirit still echo across stadiums, reminding us why legends are built, pitch by pitch. 8. And last, Rudy Vallée, 1901-1986. He crooned before microphones, had mics, and became one of America's first romantic voices on the radio. Rudy Vallée brought saxophone and sweet serenades to the early stages of celebrity culture. With charm and melody, he helped define popular music's golden age. He left us on July 3rd, 1986 at 84. But every time a crooner sings or a saxophone hums a lullaby, it's Rudy's legacy whispering in the breeze. 8 lives, 8 powerful stories. One date, July 3rd, linking them forever. Today, They remind us that legacy lives through song, through laughter, through courage, and through art. If their stories moved your heart, please click subscribe to Today They Left. We'll keep their memories alive, one heartfelt story at a time. Thank you for watching. Their echoes still guide us.